Lesson 7. Once upon a time. Telling a story. Mrs. Ragini Srivastav is a well-known storyteller. She is discussing story writing and the art of storytelling on a talk show. Listen to the talk show and mark the statements as true or false on the basis of the discussion between the host and the guest speaker. Anand. Good evening, listeners. Welcome once again to our show. Let's talk non-stop. We have with us today Mrs. Ragini Srivastav, a well-known storyteller. Hello, ma'am. I am a big fan of yours, and it's truly a pleasure to meet you.
Hello, Anand. I'm thrilled to be here on this show, and it's wonderful to meet you.
Host Anand. I am flattered, ma'am.
No, I'm serious. I've heard so much about you and this show.
But not as much as I have heard about you and your art of storytelling. So, ma'am, please tell us what exactly is a story.
That's not very easy, but I will try. Technically speaking, a story narrates either true or fictitious incidents in prose or poetry to interest, entertain, or amuse readers or listeners. I hope I'm making sense to you.
Yes, that's really interesting.
Okay, there's more. Stories even teach us morals and values. They can make us laugh. They can make us cry. In fact, telling stories is an art which brings stories alive and connects people to each other.
Oh, that's great. I will be asking you about storytelling, but a little later. I have another question for you at the moment.
Ask away. I'm all ears.
Ma'am, I have always been curious as to what are the basic elements which make a story.
Good question, Anand. A story has 6 basic but important elements. These elements are theme, setting, characters, plot, conflict, and resolution. These 6 essential elements develop the action in a logical way and keep the story running smoothly.
This sounds a little technical. I wonder, ma'am, if stories can help in classroom teaching?
Anand, I would say that stories make teaching very effective and interesting. See, there's something about stories that stays in the mind. Any information, facts, concepts can be woven into a story and presented to students in a class. And that's sure to have a long-lasting impact on the students. Stories touch our hearts and make us laugh, cry, fear, empathize, and get angry. In this manner, we are able to relate better with the people or situations which are under discussion.
I completely agree with you, ma'am. I fondly remember my maths teacher who used to tell stories in the class. We always looked forward to this lesson.
You said it all. That's the impact of stories.
This is wonderful. Everyone in the audience and myself are curious to know your favorite story writers.
Well, I like a number of Indian story writers. But Ruskin Bond and R.K. Narayan are my all-time favorites.
If you had to recommend any of their stories for school children, which ones would they be?
Well, I would say The Blue Umbrella, The Kite Maker, and The Banyan Tree by Ruskin Bond, and then by R.K. Narayan, of course, Malgudi Days, which is a collection of short stories. The book includes 32 stories, all set in the fictional town of Malgudi, located in southern India. Each one of them is a masterpiece.
Great. I am not an avid reader, but since you have recommended them, I will surely read them.
You must. I promise you would enjoy them a lot. They would open up a new world for you.
Sure. Now I would like to discuss with you the art of storytelling, as I had mentioned earlier. So, ma'am, what exactly is the art of storytelling?
Well, storytelling is an ancient and valuable art that reaches around the globe. Storytelling is not just reading the words of a story out loud. Mastering the art of storytelling means mastering a number of skills. For example, the intonation conveys a lot of meaning. Then we have pitch, volume, speed of delivery, pauses, movements, gestures, and facial expressions which bring a story alive.
And undoubtedly, all these things make a story interesting and captivating for the audience. I never realized that storytelling includes so many things.
Anand, I can't blame you. It's all a bit magical. The audience is so lost, they themselves fail to realize that so much is going on to keep them hooked.
Yes, that's right. With this, ma'am, we have almost reached the end of our show, and I request you to narrate a story for our listeners in your mesmerizing voice. A story from an extraordinary storyteller. A short one.
That's a compliment from you, Anand. Thank you.
I'm sure I'm quite honest in my compliment, ma'am. A story, please. Ma'am, our audience is waiting.
Very well then. Let's not keep you and the audience waiting. So, today I'm going to tell you the story of a thirsty crow. And don't get disappointed and jump to conclusions. Listen to it patiently till the end. It's going to surprise you. Once upon a time, there was a crow. He was flying in the sky. It was a scorching afternoon in the month of May, and he felt very thirsty. As he came down, luckily he could spot a pot which had some water. Caw, caw, he squawked as he settled on the edge of the pot happily. But he realized that the water level in the pot was so low that he could not drink it sitting on the edge of the pot. He thought if he tried bending down too much, he might fall into the pot and die. At that moment, an idea struck him. He flew quickly and reached a street market nearby. There were many vendors selling many different things in the market. One of them was selling fresh lemonade. He served the lemonade to his customers in glasses with a straw. As the vendor turned towards his customers, the crow quickly picked up a straw in his beak from that vendor's stall and flew away. The vendor thought, what a crazy crow! What he would do with the straw? And the crow reached the pot and settled on the edge of it once again. The crow, intelligent and smart, put the straw in the pot and sipped the refreshing water very conveniently. He found drinking water this way very enjoyable and satisfying. As he drank the water, he felt proud of his own wit and wisdom. Caw, caw! He shouted for joy and flew away again.
Wow! That was absolutely fantastic. I was lost. Your voice does have a magical quality. We could never have imagined that twist.
I'm glad you liked it.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sparing time from your schedule for our show and our audience. We hope that you keep enthralling people around the world with your stories. Thank you once again.
It's my pleasure to be a part of this show.
And I'm sure, dear listeners, you have enjoyed today's segment of our show, Let's Talk Nonstop with Mrs. Ragini Srivastav. Stay with us and tune in at the same time tomorrow. We will be back with some other guest from some other field. Goodbye till then, and don't forget to share your feedback with us on our Facebook page. Let's Talk Nonstop.